I get asked that question a lot. I don't know how to transition to action or when, how to make it smooth. Why do you think it feels so hard to coaches?
Because we're not used to this kind of conversation. The rules are different. In usual conversation, we have so many structures that let people know how long we're planning on talking, what we're planning on talking about, how like what's the pacing like, or transitions okay? How do we stay on this topic? Do we go to a different topic? What about the other topic? You know, what? How do we? There because the attention can be either on you, on me, on something else, then how I relate to it, how you relate to it, on something else. Like, so there's this element of how do we interact with each other. And so I think sometimes when people get into coaching calls, coaching conversations, they feel the need to justify their next question. Like, oh, you said this, and because you said that, I thought of this, and this is what I'm thinking. So, boom, question. All that does is make sense if this is a usual conversation that you have to somehow justify to the person why you're listening to them empathetically and asking them only curious questions, not even sharing yourself. In usual conversation rules, yes, you need to do that. But in coaching conversation rules, it just takes people's time and it puts too much attention on yourself. So in coaching conversation rules, you can ask questions that are seemingly out of the blue, but they will still have a common thread because they're still focused on your client. And there's benefit, sometimes there's extreme benefit to having a question that seemingly comes out of the blue because it forces your client to make a connection between what they're just talking about and the next step or the next idea that your question is pointing them. So it's like you have to get used to a different conversation set, like a different rules of engagement, where interrupting someone is okay if you bottom line them and keep the attention back on them. That's okay. That feels good. That doesn't feel as bad as interrupting someone and then switching the topic someplace else. That feels horrible. So people are really hesitant to bottom line. But in a coaching call, you can do it. It feels different.